Oh, good God. Hi, everyone. Welcome to session 1 of Star Wars for Savage Worlds. We're using the Star Wars Companion. And the short adventure we're having is called the Annihilator's Gambit. And I'm going to do something we haven't done in a while because it's fun. And that is, I'm going to have all the players introduce their characters. I know. And we will start with Jason.
Okay, that's cool because I don't know why my eye is itching and watering. But I am playing Daxir, who is a Faline, I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it, scoundrel type character who also pilots our ship, and tends to be very good at talking to people.
And Phil.
Okay, so I'm playing Rick Saran, who's a Zabrak with the vestigial horns, but none of the elaborate tattooing that the Sith, I can't think what it's called now. What's it
Darth
called?
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul had. I'm again a sort of like a free trader, free company sort of person, smuggler, freelance, whatever. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. And Giorgio.
My name is G1G03, and I am an assault droid proficient in 6 billion ways to kill you.
Does that include chickens?
Those include about 1,000 ways to kill you with a chicken.
Very impressive.
And well plucked then. And Becky.
I don't use chickens for killing. I'm playing Data Oh, call back that nobody watching will get apart from us. I'm playing Data Cagney. No, Dati Cagna. Oh my god, I can't even read my own typing. Who is much better at killing than G1JO3. And in fact, everyone. In fact, I'm just better at everything, really. It's not your fault. You're doing your best. And I'm here to, help you achieve your best as a member of the team. And obviously, anything he's doing properly, you get me to do it. Anything else, one of you guys can fill in.
I don't believe I asked you while we did the character creation, but you do know, Becky, what cagna means in Italian.
Yes,
Okay,
the Data Bitch. My name is Data Bitch in Italian. I did it on purpose. You're welcome. You didn't mention it during character creation, but
yeah, I
yes.
mention it now. It
Yeah.
didn't go unnoticed. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, make sure you, feel welcome in our group still after all this time. Don't want you to feel
And
like an outsider.
people think me naming a character after an Indian dish is silly. After that, I don't care. Rogan Josh is a character coming soon as an NPC. I'm having it.
As long as he's a very spicy character.
Well, he'll have his moments. Okay, the time period for this is after the events of The Empire Strikes Back. The rebellion is scattered. The fleet is starting to come back together, but they've been scattered after their defeat on Hoth. Commander Skywalker and Princess Leia are currently attempting to find Captain Solo. So they are elsewhere. and you are currently on a Mon Calamari cruiser orbiting Solist.
Orbiting. Okay. Are we guests on the cruiser, or it is our cruiser?
It is you're part of the crew.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going about whatever assignment I've got.
You each receive a message to go to the briefing room.
Okay. I'll go along. If I meet anybody else on the way, I'll ask them if they know what it's about. If I've been given no information.
The one thing that did come up in character creation last week, which no one gave a clear answer on, was whether you guys had already been working together prior to this, whether you were already a team, or whether you are all wonderful, never worked together before individuals.
Yeah, why not?
I can see some emphatic nodding from sections of the player base.
Well, if we've been on the same cruiser for a while, we might be aware of each other if we work together.
Okay. And Daxia, interesting.
Daxia.
Interesting. I've just seen your comment in the private chat. Interesting. Really?
We're on a Mon Calamari cruiser. Of course, there's going to be traps.
No, traps is where you're going.
Yeah.
Off to a great start, everybody. Yay. Months already.
Okay.
Okay. I can do it. I can do this.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. You are greeted in the briefing room by General Maya Tegan. Welcome. We have a small situation that we require your services upon. We have been monitoring reports for the last few months that a supposed Mon Calamari cruiser, along with several X, Y, and B wings, have begun coordinated attacks on some of the outlying systems. These are systems that are controlled either by regional governors, ones who are not thought of highly, and we have been fortunate to have gained some allies in these systems, and they have helped us with military and financial support. Or smaller worlds with local jurisdictions that have yet to declare for either side fully, but we have in those cases found some allies. Some, it has to be said, unfortunately, rather see us as the lesser of two evils rather than any sort of sweeping change. However, this particular pirate's tactic is different. They attack these colonies using rebel-marked ships that are then dealt with and chased away by Imperial forces, showing their benevolence and threatening our alliance with them by shifting the burden and making us look like the worst option. This has stopped support in some sectors and has caused the military and financial support we receive to be curtailed, threatening our ability to fight this war. We're unsure who this pirate is. There may be an opportunist, could be an Imperial officer, or perhaps we have treachery within our own ranks. We need a covert strike team to find this pirate ship, apparently christened the Annihilator, and not just destroy it, but find communication logs that will prove that they are in service of the Empire. This will hopefully sway those systems back to our side. I don't need to tell you how important they are right now. The Empire has stepped up its hunt for us after their victory in Hoth, and we cannot stop. And if we cannot stop this threat, they will have a very real advantage over us. Whilst we cannot discern any flight plan or route to their attacks, we have reason to believe that they will try and attack Syria, a resort planet that has been secretly providing safe haven to the rebels, although it has not openly declared for the Republic. And many of the more seedier business owners have found that they have profited from the fear the Empire has created, so they are not overly interested in helping. As such, this entire planet could easily switch and declare for the Empire and brought its not inconsiderable resources to aiding the Imperial Navy tracking us down. Your mission is simple. Go to Syria. Get involved with the underworld figures there, and in doing so, place yourself in a position to gain their trust so that you can aid the pirate, gain the information we need to discredit him, and regain the moral high ground for the Empire's attempt at disinformation. And then take out the pirate and his crew and either recapture or destroy his fleet. Your contact in Syria is a nightclub owner by the name of Keenan Wynn. I know. Actual actor. His club is called the Starlight Haven and is known to be a place that caters for all tastes. He has supplied us with parts for maintenance in the past and has no love for the Empire. He will be able to identify those individuals who could be a way of working into the underworld there and be seen as of use to the pirate. It is essential that in completing your mission, you are as reckless as little as possible. We must be able to maintain the high ground, or our efforts to take this pirate down will be in vain. We'll be giving you a Carillion YT-1300 transport christened the Crimson Raven as cover.
I'm hoping it's not called the Crimson Raven because said raven didn't get stuck in a fan.
You were this close to getting the Century Hawk. This close to getting the Century Hawk. As opposed to a Millennium Falcon. Just when you arrive at the club, you are to ask for a lemon swizzler to be sent to the manager courtesy of Kanan Tyson. This will inform when that you have arrived.
Very well. Seems a bit long-winded.
Needs to be subtle. We are in no position to take... At the moment, our fleet is in no position for a straight-on fight.
I suppose I can be subtle if you need me to be.
Remember, we do need the evidence that this pirate is working for the Imperials. Destroying him will, without that information, taking out the pirate, they could spin it as the rebels clearing, getting rid of a loose end.
Oh, I think you're getting your pantaloons a bit in a twist. We'll be fine. Stop worrying.
It's my job to worry about things when I have nothing to be worried about.
Okay. That seems
Depart as soon as possible. You'll find the ship in Hangar 5.
Well, good. No questions. And I simply just walk straight out because I'm very bored with this briefing that should have blatantly been a datapad mail.
Come along, Rix. Don't fall behind.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, good
Chase after
grief.
Daxir.
Oh, good grief.
Sounds like a very secretive mission. This is, have to be careful in this one.
In fact, I don't know why they called me for this mission. Maybe for the destruction of the battleship part.
Now, obviously, your job is to hand over this lemon Twizzler or whatever the fuck she said.
Does not compute with my protocols, but if you deem it worthy, I will comply.
Yes,
You
but
are funded
I'm
for
not-
no operation.
I'm not quite a god, so I can't deem you worthy, but I mean, you're a droid, so
also as a droid, you'd be able to interact with computer systems on other ships and bases and so on, and extract information.
Then I'll blow everything up.
And then blow everything up.
Within the
Sure
limits
that-
of your droidness, I'm sure.
I'm sure that will come into it at some point, but just make it look like someone else did it.
that's the best part. Especially if these pirates catch wind of us, it would be hilarious. Well, if all the city dwellers turn on them. But anyway, I wouldn't mind looking at the thing I'm going to be sitting in with the rest of you for the next few days. Make sure it's comfortable and functional.
Well, it's a standard YT. It's a standard YT 1300.
And that there isn't just a mezzanine to separate us in our living quarters.
It is actually in good repair, though, isn't it? It's not. We're not going to be fixing it all the way there, surely. Hopefully.
Well, that's your job, so I imagine you'll know when you get on board.
Well, maybe.
If you go to page 179 of the Star Wars Companion, you'll see the stats for the Corellian YT 1300.
Lovely.
100?
And
69,
179.
70.
We all misheard different numbers. Mm-hmm. Here.
Assumed to be Millennium Falcon, you mean?
Well, that's a YT 1300, yeah. It is a strange sort of beige color. I'm not going for the off-white. It's just, you know, here. Let's fly into this. Let's fly into this place, looking exactly like one of the most well-known and hunted ships in the galaxy.
Still, the color is very 4BBY.
Well,
And on that picture, the cockpits are on a different side, so.
Mm.
Well, I think they were fairly modular, weren't they?
It's upside down, which I understand because you're not as clever. It will take you some time to understand that. But if you turn the ship over, because in space there is no up, then it would have the cockpit on the correct side.
Yeah, but the dish that's on the top is actually on the top, so.
Anyway,
clearly it was made for people who fly on the other side of the galaxy.
uh-huh.
The other side of the space lane.
Yeah, so I guess I get accustomed to the cockpit and make myself comfortable. Yeah, after that, have a quick look around.
Okay. Right. I mean, you've basically seen essentially what the inside of a
Mhm.
YT1300. All right, there's that Solo's own version made a few modifications with regards to smuggling bays and so on, but the basic layout. So there is the quarters. There are the various quarters. There's also the various. There's the rec room. Yes, you may play 3D space chess if you wish.
No need. I already know that I would win.
I bet you're very exciting at parties, if you're ever invited to them.
But do you know how much we've been by?
I 2 questions at once. I'm not into
How will you
politics.
cope?
And yes,
I am so glad to be in the same crew as you, Dati Kanya. He.
I didn't realize you were programmed to laugh.
I assume that was her way to display friendship.
Can be.
I'm surprised they
Depends on the
sending the other three of us.
What I suggest, if you are going to be the one ordering the drink, is to do your he sound and scare the living shit out of them.
I have the most superior friendship to all of you.
He. She added one.
Oh,
Cool. Okay. I turn on some music to break the awkward silence.
I'll check the system. Start checking the systems out, make sure that everything is space worthy as we've been led to believe.
I just sit.
Okay. I am. So the answer to the next question is really going to determine how much fun this first bit of travel is. Jason,
Yes.
amongst the myriad of skills that you took, was
Mhm.
astrogation one of them?
No.
Oh,
Fuck.
I thought that gambling was a far more important skill for Daxia. I did obviously get piloting, but
you're just going to guess the direction.
I may have forgotten to do astrogation. But we did decide sort of that there could be a computer navigation system,
Yes.
droids that could help.
Well, yes, but
but
actually no.
I did anyone take astrogation just out of
I'm the
course
best at
not.
astrogation, only I don't know how.
Oh dear God! Right. So
I'm not the best yet.
given that, I will have an astromech droid on board as well with the coordinates for Syria.
That was the other thing as well that we said about an astromech droid.
We did, yeah.
I remember. Problem solved. Oh, did you notice as well that I got a Bacta tank on my character sheet?
No. Oh dear God.
A whole Bacta tank.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck?
properly worked out the payment and everything. So
Have
yeah,
you
I got
seen
a
those
Bacta
things?
tank.
Big.
Yes, I know. It's for the ship. I'm not just carrying it around on my back or something.
I'm going to say that'd be funny.
Although, actually, how would that work? Because if you're carrying it on your back, but it could be kind of connected up to your body, then you would never have a bad back because you're constantly getting drugged up.
I'll have to load my equipment with one of those hover platforms, but my equipment is kind of all guns of various sizes.
Clearly, the drugs are actually stopping you from realizing that there's no fucking way you could carry a damn thing like that. Anyway, right.
Of
Yes.
course, that's the point.
It would be on the ship.
Yes.
Okay. There's plenty of storage area for weapons. If you want to take any extra weaponry, now would be the time because there is a bit of an armory on
No,
the ship,
I'm good.
on the actual cruiser.
It's okay. We've
Too many
bought
guns
lots of
spoil the
weapons.
hips.
I think I'm good with what I've got. I can't carry too much with us anyway. You've got to do
So,
something on the ship when we go out.
Your astromech has joined the crew. R2C5.
Oh, I was going for N4V1 Navi.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for that.
Yeah, Navi's good.
N4V1. I'll go for Navi. God knows we get GI Joe and sexy.
S3XY.
Yeah. We may as well have Navi at least it's family rated. Anyway. For the aforementioned family rating. Right, it's going to take the astromech a wee while to sort out the travel. I'm actually going to work out exactly how long it's going to take you.
29 hours and 43 minutes.
I don't know why all the jokes are in the typed chat today, but
Yeah. Well, it doesn't quite work if you say it out loud because it's leet speak.
yeah.
Okay, at this point, I am going to roll for the mech.
Okay. Do we have this adventure or a different one?
Okay.
Maybe that's why there was that crazy side quest in episode 8, because they just failed their astrogation roll.
Could be. Be a bit like one where you just float around space trying to repair the ship. We're running out of air.
I ran a Space Master game where one part because and this was something that came up in character creation last week. In Space Master, there are differing piloting skills for the differing. There's three. There's atmospheric, there's orbital, and there's zero-G piloting. Unfortunately, the pilot in question was trying to turn a very large vessel in the atmosphere when he didn't have atmospheric piloting, and spent 45 minutes attempting to turn and failing. It got to the point where I just said, go ahead and do it, because it stopped being funny at about the half-hour mark. Although that was more to do with his reactions than anything else.
Well, yeah.
The players' reactions to frustratingly constantly failing was just hilarious. Anyway, the astromech says that they have got the coordinates, and the ship is ready to jump at your.
Okay.
Obviously, you got a pilot out of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Navi reports the coordinates are D1CK in the A5S1 sector.
Well, I don't want
A
all of you to
whole
be
load of
involved.
no.
You'll cramp my style.
Give me a piloting roll, please.
Yes. Blum 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 blums.
So it's piloting skill. You've got a D6 as well as a separate roll,
Yes.
and you're taking the higher of the two.
Well, that's an interesting start. I'm definitely going to use the wild die because that was a 6. I've just got another 6
You're going.
and a 4.
Okay, so the takeoff and leaving the hangar is so smooth. The other people don't realize you've actually left until they see the ship from outside the window.
Like
Oh, yeah.
spreading a giant pat of butter.
If I had learned, I would be a far better pilot.
Well, you
I'm
haven't.
sure about it. He.
My other die was a 1, by the way. So you're welcome.
Thank God. He.
You do have bennies, by the way. Yes, you do have bennies. They're referred to as force points, but you do have bennies, everyone.
Oh,
You have 3
yes.
of them.
3 bennies. Okay. Can you just remind us with when you use hindrances and stuff? Because I'm trying to be as arrogant as humanly possible here, but like, how does that play in? Does that give you more bennies or something?
What, the arrogance one?
Well, just like major and minor hindrances and stuff.
No,
Or was that for the gadget stuff?
that gave you points that you were buying stuff with. But in terms of the role play, it would. In terms of the role play, you're probably looking at maybe a minus to persuade or charm, because you might come across as sort of obnoxious to some people.
Yes.
You can get an extra benny by taking lucky.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, I am in the habit of gifting bennies for exceptionally good role play, for coming up with a great idea, even if it doesn't pay off. Because I like to reward the idea, even if it doesn't succeed. And also, if you do a really amazing role, like a really amazing role at a pivotal dramatic moment, I tend to award a bet. I'll give a benny back if they've been, they're only temporary because you still only start each session with 3. But it could be the difference between life or death. Anyway, you're going to take a couple of hours to get to Cerea. Just for the spelling, it's Cerea.
Totally different.
Yeah, think cereal, but without the L.
Oh, that kind of cereal. I thought you meant the serial number.
No, serial is in serial number without the L is just an Italian football league. This becomes Serie A.
Daxir begins eating Special K. Actually, no, he wouldn't eat Special K. Of course he wouldn't. He would eat Lucky Charms or Captain Crunch or something really sugary and colourful.
Oh, I thought, yeah, Special K as in ketamine.
No, it was a thing that people had in the 90s for all their meals to try and slim.
No,
still
I
get
know
it.
what special K is, but I thought we were going with a special K as in ketamine.
Ah, okay. That's for later.
Oh dear.
No, he means Special K, the one that stops you masturbating.
No, that's cornflakes. But yeah, same brand, Kellogg's. Might as well. Actually, come to think of it, it is almost like the female version of cornflakes
Yes.
with the branding and stuff. Yeah.
To stop us
Yeah.
from touching ourselves.
And swiftly moving on.
Are you not familiar with the whole thing with cornflakes?
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, I learned a little about it because of the film.
What?
There was
Is it in a film you masturbate to, or?
No, there was a film starring Anthony Hopkins where he played Kellogg, and he's
Oh, okay.
running a sanatorium. Played as a sort of black comedy, but I hadn't seen the film. I know about it, and I kind of go, "Oh!" And I just thought he was the guy who made cornflakes. But
No, he was a religious nutter.
yeah,
Who felt that America would be far better off if people masturbated less. So he made the most plain and boring cereal because he thought that would help people control themselves because it's so plain and boring.
Because
Rather
that's the
than-
problem. That's the problem with America.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how he thought the exciting breakfast he was having up until that point was what got him randy, but apparently cornflakes fixed his issues.
Well, it'd be nice to know what he was having for breakfast, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was having oysters for breakfast,
Well, could be.
might have been the case. But
Asparagus for lunch.
moving on.
Anyway, so this is the perfect opportunity while you're flying to your destination for the getting to know you section of the role play, which is where I get to sit back for 5 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll finish checking over what systems are in the ship, and I'll go to the cockpit. I'll say, oh, everything seems in order. At least we're going to get there, and I'll slump into the co-pilot seat.
Well, of course it's all in order. It was a stupidly smooth takeoff, and that's the hardest bit.
Yeah, but at least the engines are going to last till we get where we're going. That was a nice takeoff, by the way.
I know.
Barely
I
even
would have done it
noticed.
better.
Well, there you go then. Even the droid says that they didn't notice.
Yeah, I thought it was operated by an AI.
Let's just hope the landing's as good.
A really sexy AI. Me.
We're not lacking for ego here, are we?
I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of droid.
I can't see this going wrong at all.
I wasn't flirting with you.
They changed their vowel. I assume that wasn't funny. I stand corrected.
By the way, any of you who know anything about piloting, you're noticing the Daxir is essentially pretending to be driving, even though it's in hyperspace.
You did that 70s thing with driving.
Yeah. So he's pretending to be, useful and stuff in this point in time when actually he could just get up and walk around if he wanted. Which he'll probably do at some point when he forgets to keep up the act.
Well, we've got a couple of hours, I think, till we get there, haven't we? Time to relax. And I'll lean back and I'll put my feet up on the console.
Anyone play cards?
I've played cards. I can give you a game. I'm not very good.
Oh, perfect. I'll spend a better chance of winning then. How much are you going to bet?
Oh, bet.
There you
Oh,
go.
There's card games where you don't bet.
I'm sure
Where the
there
hell
must
do
be.
you come from?
Yeah, go on then. I will. Oh, let's put the money down. I'll put some money into this. Oh, okay then. Well, 50 credits.
I suppose if you're not very confident in yourself, all right, we can play it small. Small fish.
Are they measuring their
I've never
penises?
played small fish, but if you tell me,
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Sounded like
Which is only going to it's only going to be it's only going to be funnier because Daxi is about to do a quick shuffle. Before he kind of deals them out.
are the
I
other
like
two
the
getting in on
easy.
this or not?
Are we starting this trip on a resentment note?
Yeah, it's solid.
Did Daxi, did you ask to join?
I don't
mean-
have credits to bet.
You got parts though, haven't you? Spare parts?
And again, you say you're not flirting with me while you are trying to get a hold of my parts. I'm not that kind of droid. I told you already.
I just want to say sorry, George.
If I were a droid, I would be that type of droid.
Are you that type of player though?
I'm
Are you
so
playing
sorry, George.
Data?
All I can say is you're gonna love the fucking Disney movies after this.
You can put an IOU there, G1.
I didn't get what you said, Phil. Sorry.
You can put in an IOU.
As
I
in,
can-
I owe you so many credits.
You owe me credits.
No, you could put in the game. If you wanted to play, you could put it play by putting in an IOU, which is a promissory note saying you owe so much credits.
All right. If you wish, I will join the game.
I'm
Are we
surprised.
all playing?
I'm surprised Dati hasn't immediately said how she's going to win yet.
Yeah, Dati's obviously going to be a good player.
Naturally.
That's like stating the obvious. It's not necessary.
All right,
Okay.
good. Bit of variation.
Right. So this is the slightly easy bit.
It is.
Everyone who's playing, please make me a gambling roll.
So it's a
Okay.
D4
And if I
minus-
don't,
D4 minus what, Ronnie? Sorry?
D4 minus 2. Remember, you've got a D6 as well.
I do.
And remember, the minus 2 doesn't come off until after you've finished rolling.
okay.
I got 2 2s.
Okay, that's not a lot.
I got a 3, so that's a 1.
Ouch.
You're better than me.
That's a. Oh wait, it's Is it anything above 6 where it explodes, or is it just the top of each of the dice?
Top of each of the
Top of each
dice.
Okay, I got 7 on a D8.
Oh, see,
Okay, so
you've played this little fish before.
yeah, you going in for another round of it? You double or nothing on it, or
Why
Yeah, go
not?
on. I'll stick another 50 credits in.
It's Ritz's money. I don't care.
That's
Oh,
a spirit.
it's a 6 and a 4. Which one I'm rolling? It's
Both.
my choice. Both.
both? But they're both individual. You don't add them together.
Okay, so it's 6 and 4. It's 6 and 3, so I'm rolling the 6 again.
Yeah.
So it's on the 6s. It's a total of 15
Okay, minus the 2,
minus the 2, so it's
13.
13.
Okay, this could be interesting. Rix,
I got a 4.
Ouch. Dex here.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Okay, Joe takes that round.
He.
You going for a third? Now that Joe actually has, well,
Tobacco
kind
is
of
the
has
most
money.
popular.
Oh, I thought that was
betting
still the first round. Okay, never mind. I just used the same die roll.
game. No, roll a fresh roll.
Yeah, fresh roll.
Tobacco
I
is the most popular betting game on
misunderstood.
632 planets.
I got a 6 on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? That's a 6.
It's a 2.
I got 11.
Yeah, it's still not enough for Joe.
Yeah,
So
I know,
Joe
I
will
know.
take that round.
Okay.
I do
Yeah.
believe I am done. I'm closing par. It's good for me.
Okay.
It's not looking promising, I'm afraid. So I think I'm out as well. You've obviously played this before.
Do I not scream to you that I gamble?
Well, I'd hope for
I'd rather you screaming to me, I'm a good pilot, I know what I'm doing.
No, he gambles.
Thank you. We got that.
A pattern of behavior that is likely to be recreated in his actions whilst flying. Luckily, I am a good pilot. I will correct any mistakes he makes as soon as I learn how.
Well, how to fly or how to correct mistakes?
Do you know to play cards then?
Tobacco is the most popular betting game on 632 planets.
I think my eyes did a full revolution like a planet.
That is
Oh,
called a
very
day.
anticlimactic. Yes, thank you.
Is anyone doing anything else before I move this on to the alarm for the you're just about to reach Seria?
Get something to eat and take a rest, I suppose, and sort of like think, why did I just spend 100 credits on that?
Joe?
My systems are operational, not as good as
Great
Datikanya's
preparation.
ones, but they are operational.
Okay. Daddy?
I will secretly retire to my quarters and recharge myself surreptitiously.
Okay.
Oh, poor girl, you need to recharge?
And Dexia?
I think I will also be in my bunker.
Okay. Okay, so you get
No
the
one? Okay, fine.
I will play with my spare knob.
Okay, I'll say it in the proper way. I'll be in my bunker.
No, I'm not saying that out loud. I'm not even going there. I know you intend to have your socket in there, but no. Anyway, you get the indicator comes on that the ship has reached the outskirts of the Seria system, and the astromech droid is asking whether you want to drop out of hyperspace.
Well, if we're in the right place, then yeah. Preferably as close to this bar as possible, but also I'd rather not flatten the damn thing. That's going to be a last resort.
Okay, so you're dropping out of hyperspace just outside the planet, and you are flying down.
Mhm.
And you are giving me a piloting roll yet again.
Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside at all times.
Inside what?
Me.
Ooh.
8.
Okay. Certainly the the atmosphere is a little bumpy, but you're able to land in the main spaceport. They give you docking bay 73.
Just missing 69. It's always
No,
fun.
what I'm not doing is going cliche and giving you 97 or 94. I'm just not having that.
Not a bad landing. Not as smooth as your takeoff, but any landing you walk away from, as they say.
The landing was definitely human operated.
I'm not a human, so fuck off.
Sorry, carbon-based operated.
And
I'm
what
a
we
human.
did- and on that
I don't
exciting
believe
note,
you.
we will have a 5-minute break.
All right.
Yeah.
See you in 5.
Okay.
Okay.
See
before
you
you go
set.
to the bar. Yeah. Hello, Becky. I hope everyone's enjoying it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a slow start, but one has to put their chess pieces on the board before it starts moving at high speed.
Well, I would, but I already know who would win that game.
Who would that be?
I'm the best chess player. I'm just superior to you in every way. I'm sorry. It's just a fact.
That's always nice to hear.
It's not my fault. I'm a product of my programming.
So we can leave the astromech on the ship, I suppose, as a bit of a guard, and yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Oh wait, that's the cleaning droid.
Oh, good grief.
Calling me a human when I have green reptilian-looking skin. Next, he's going to say that all carbon life forms look the same.
He might well do.
Okay. You have arrived at Cave City.
Judge is not here yet.
Yep. Then you have not arrived at the Cave City yet because G1 Jewel 3 hasn't arrived.
You should have recharged earlier.
Oh, good grief.
So, I don't know if you've seen this, but Joanne Rowling has had this profile picture for a while on Twitter, and someone pointed out how basically the walls behind her look super, super moldy and black, which they are. So she panicked and quickly changed it to another picture of her, but there's this kind of weird protruding thing near to her ear that looks like a penis, and I'm struggling to work out what it actually is, but it's just like
Not seen that though.
no.
It's yeah. I
Better to go back to the moldy walls picture.
Yeah. Yep. Hold on now.
yeah, that's not suspicious looking.
But also, she's a billionaire and she has mold that looks like that. Like, fuck.
Sorry, I'm back.
Also, the dildo she's got in the background of the new picture is a bit flimsy.
Mm.
See, it's kind of drooping. It's like she obviously likes it padded.
Padded. I put an image in the chat, Giorgio, for context.
Yeah, that's way better.
Anyway,
How old was the first one though? I mean, understandable if it was pre success, maybe.
Do you think, like, I know, like, she really hates trans people, but she does kind of have the face of one?
Oh, totally. I
Are
mean,
you
there are some people
Are
who
you,
are.
see,
convinced
are
she's
you
not.
saying the lady doth protest too much?
A bit.
Well, I mean, she said in her barrage of words in that essay thing that if she'd have grown up in our generation, then she would have totally been a trans man because she feels more like a boy sometimes or like a man sometimes, and it's like that's not how it works, though.
Sometimes. Yeah, no, that's just like, yeah. It's not a woman alive. It doesn't think it'll be all right to pee standing up until
Mm.
they, are stuck doing it permanently. Anyway,
Anyway,
moving on.
yes. You have all
Speaking of
arrived
pee,
to Cave City. Syria is known very much for its nightlife and entertainment.
definitely smells like piss here.
And am I right in thinking we'd know the stuff in the guide so we know that non-Syrian technology is banned?
Yeah.
Is that right? So, yeah. Does that include things like my hollow whip and...
You're going to have to hide it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, luckily I have a compartment for that and the smaller weapon. So I'm going to disappear into private quarters for a moment, and then detach my breasts, put in my hollow whip and my smaller weapon, and then close my breasts up again before coming back out. Because I have compartments.
I think if a combat happens anytime soon, that's going to be the funniest first action ever.
Mhm.
And what are you
Yeah,
going
but the
to?
question
What
is,
are, what are you going to do on your turn? On your initiative turn, I'm going to remove my breasts so I can get my
if you're,
weapons out.
But
yeah,
it,
but
it might get. It
before you
might
do
just
that,
jump on the bad guys.
before you do that, if you're running along, does it like move around so it makes a noise?
I'm practically indistinguishable from a human. Like, even a medical scanner would be confused. The thing is, there are some cavities inside me, and the access port is behind my tits. Yeah.
Ooh, they have swoop biking.
Yeah, yeah. The check is a crime is one possible seed of adventure that you can put in. Anyway, the police is quite busy, as you can imagine. This is a major place for people to go and party. So it's quite extensive. You can see other trading ships. There are some imperial vessels here, mostly sort of imperial shuttles and TIE fighters. So you can assume that there's some sort of imperial presence.
Does the Imperials have any jurisdiction over the area, though?
Well, they think they've got jurisdiction over the galaxy, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's still the empire's still in place, so
Okay.
you know the emperor ain't dead yet.
You're either in imperial space or hut space, basically.
Yeah. Um, you can see everyone sort of moving towards what would essentially be, sort of customs.
I walk behind Daxir and Rix.
Okay.
I rarely acknowledge G1 JOE for some reason. Sorry, JO3.
I, of course, have detached my grenade launcher from my shoulder.
Probably a good idea. Yeah. State your business.
We want a lemon drizzler.
We are customs, mate.
Yeah, I know that's the joke. God.
Yeah, just recreational.
Lighten up.
Oh, right. Yeah. Is that your bucket of boats over there?
I'm here for sex.
Are you
Yeah, good luck.
available?
I'm afraid I'm on till 4. Is that your bucket of boats over there? Is it a Crimson Raven?
Yep, that's the one.
You ever seen a beige bucket before? No.
I did once. Yeah.
It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah. Sure that. Yeah.
That means you don't need to say anything else. In fact, I'm asking you not to.
How long you gonna be here for?
As long as we need to be.
Yeah.
The quicker
How
you
long is
get us
sex?
through, the quicker we'll be.
So
That's also a rhetorical question.
I was about to give a definitive answer. At least the answer my wife gives me.
What, 2 minutes?
Well, usually she says not long enough, but you know, just I do try. I mean, you know, it's difficult exerting for more than 40 seconds. I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah, right. So, do you know? Do you know where you go? Do you know where you're staying?
Never been here before.
Oh, well, there's some nice hotels here. Some nice B&Bs. The hospital after your friend here gets that surgery to remove a stick up his arse. That'll be, you know, that could be quite comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you heard Daxir. We can finally cure your situation.
Maybe I want that big rod stuck up my arse.
I've not seen a stick up his ass. Are we sure it is not a finger? They are smaller.
Hopefully, it's not my spare knob.
Right. Yeah. You need to go very far away. Just
Fantastic.
And where will you be after 4 in case we need to know?
okay.
Oh my god, it's actually rolling.
Yeah, you need to go very far away. Just like,
Okay.
you know, you've got a 72-hour pass.
Thank you very much. I apologise, but someone's been in space for quite a long time.
Right. Yeah. Good luck.
It's the first time somebody has made a pass for me.
It's not a multi-pass, though.
Come here. You, yeah. You. Not the one with his stick up his ass. You, the other guy, the one with the horns. Yeah, you with the horns. Come here a minute. Come here. Your friend there, the one who doesn't seem to have much of a filter. Is she all right? I mean, does she require psycho services? I mean, I can make a call. I mean, they could put her in 48 hours. I mean, they'll clear it right up wherever it is.
Probably sedatives she needs, to be honest. But
Anyway, I hope you enjoy your stay here at Cave City. Do enjoy yourself. Remember, any violence is not prohibited unless it's entirely consensual between adults.
It's not prohibited unless it's consensual.
Between adults.
Well, that's the weirdest law I've ever heard.
Not illegal unless it's consensual between adults. So
yes, basically, if I accidentally stab this guy, then I can get away with it.
Unless he asks for it.
Define.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Right, just you read all in there and right. Next up, please. Pretty please.
God, no wonder the queue's so long. We've been here for 10 minutes.
That's a really good way of getting through customs. You should do that every time.
Right. There is a sort of street map set up. It's easy to determine.
You are here.
Yeah. It's easy to find a Starlight Haven.
Yeah, I'm definitely downloading the map. At the first port, I'm able to attach myself.
Okay. This is where I'm going to get.
Hopefully it won't take as long as the last time when it was pretty much dial-up.
Give me an knowledge electronics roll, please.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, you're the one inserting yourself into the wall.
Oh, that explodes. Yeah, it's a 7.
7?
Yeah.
You roll both dice, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I got 2d6s.
Always fun when that happens. Right. So yeah, you get the information fairly swiftly. If there was any sort of security on it, then it would have been a hacking roll. But we'll just have it as electronics, just for dealing with basic systems. It's about. I mean, it's maybe half an hour walking, or you can take a taxi.
Walking's fine.
Yeah, I don't get tired, so I'm walking.
Okay, it's fairly. I mean, the place is lovely. I mean, it's quite nice. It's quite bustling, but it's definitely not. We're not talking cyberpunk here. It doesn't look like some cheap ass version of Blade Runner. Or should I say, it's what a city in the Blade Runner universe would look like if the person designing it was actually optimistic. That's my version of it. That's my description. I'm sticking with it.
Solar punk, then.
Yes.
Question is, though, are the Figurid, Da'an, and the modal nodes playing? Bum, 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 bum. They're on tour. It's that time. Or did they just stay in Tatooine?
I think that was just a Cantina house band.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they play Jabba's place as well, didn't they?
No, that's Max Rebo.
Yeah, that was Max Rebo.
I'm thinking about one of the books. Sorry.
That was Max Rebo and Cy Snootles.
There was a book called "We Don't Do Weddings." About
We
the
don't
band.
do weddings.
Yeah.
That's a good song. I like that. Amazing.
You find the Starlight Haven. It's quite a big place. Quite bustling.
Mhm.
You can see at the door there are 2 bouncers, both of them Wookiees.
All right.
Well,
And neither of them wearing black tie.
Well, why would they?
Bouncers. I know. Go with it. I just like the idea of a Wookiee with.
That's more Calvin Klein, not a bouncer.
No, Calvin Klein's on another planet somewhere. That's another good name for him.
Yeah.
Another good name for a Star Wars character.
Or Abercrombie and Fitch. Actually, I was thinking of more than Calvin Klein, but yeah.
Okay, you reach the door.
All right.
Any of you speak Wookiee?
No, but I still talk to them. Like, I do acknowledge that they exist. I'm not that awful.
They start sort of kind of growling at you, and someone else is. It's invitation only tonight, guys. Have you got your tickets?
Oh. Well, we've just rocked up, especially for this occasion. However, we did not manage to get any prepayments in time. So, can we get some on the door? I'll pay you a little bit extra for a nice black tie.
Yeah, persuasion roll.
Okay. Right. My taunt is a lot better than my persuade, but I have a bit. Let's see.
Yeah, but you're not attempting to taunt them.
Well, no, they're Wookiees. I'm not gonna be going well against a Wookiee. Hello.
It'd be funny to try, though.
Okay, that is a 5. I think I wouldn't mind trying to spend a Benny for that. If
Yeah,
I can.
I would consider it.
Actually, hold on. Wait a second. I think I might actually get a little bonus because I have charisma.
Yeah, it would apply.
Oh, but persuasion is a spirit thing, isn't it? Rather than charisma. Or actually, I'm not sure how charisma applies in this. Because
you would add it to your, it's. I would add it because your ability to actually persuade someone is going to be affected by how charismatic you are.
Cool. That's fine. Well, in that case, it's a 7.
Yeah, I would consider spending a Benny because it's an opposed check.
Yeah, all right. I will try, but I only have D6s, so
you need some exploding.
I know. And I got exactly the same roll as last time.
Well, hey!
On both dice.
Well, hey! That's what we like to see. They're kind of looking at you quizzically as if to say, why? What planet? Who? Where? Why? What? You're not on the list, mate.
But you gotta let us in. This guy's the best card player this side of the core.
I don't think they have time to play cards.
Phil, if you want to make an attempt to persuade, you can.
Oh dear.
Anybody who owes you a lot of money, I could maybe have a chat to them as well.
Persuade, you say?
Yeah.
That's not going to be great, is it?
As in that thing that you possibly don't have.
It is a thing I don't possibly have. Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on a second.
Hanging on.
A -2, that's a 1.
Woo!
Ouch. You always spend a penny for a retry. If you want. You're under no obligation.
Yeah, good, that's a 3, thanks.
It's anyone else want to try and persuade the Wookiees?
I got
No,
a
because I
-4.
would succeed, and I don't want to go in without them. So I don't want to be the only one in.
But
So
surely you could persuade them the best of anybody.
Of course. I just have to explain that I'm staff. Whore.
You can see one of the Wookiees talking to the other, and the guy who was doing the translating sort of looks round and says, they're asking if she's maybe a little touched in the head.
I mean, I don't know why they would care unless they want to have a go on her.
They're both looking at you as if you just told them to bang their mother.
Surely she's
They're
more
both-
attractive than their mother.
Okay, at that point, 2 7-foot Wookiees find how easy it is to lift you up.
Oh, I can see if my name's actually on the list and you're reading it wrong.
Oh, hang on a minute. They're lifting Daxir up. Oh. I'm afraid my programming code will have to kick in.
Okay.
What?
As
No, oh no.
as they attempt to throw you,
Yes.
one of them loses his grip. So instead of going straight back, you're sort of flung towards their right. Because what was going to be just straight over the lot of them, you've now moved because all the strength has went to one side because the other one lost his grip.
Yeah. I can't permit this. It's against my programming. I'm afraid I have to take action.
We're
Oh,
not
good
even
God.
inside yet.
Oh, good God. Yes, exactly.
Right. So, what action are you going to take?
Well, I'm going to rip my tits off and
That's what happened.
and pull out the what's it called? Hang on, there it is. The light whip and the sub-repeating blaster that I stuffed in there.
Okay. At that point, I'm going to have to start dealing cards because
Right,
it's
so-
initiative time.
Pretty damn good distraction, though. Especially as they've just flung me out of the way. I'm hopefully out of
Yes,
their view for a bit.
Yes, things I never thought I'd hear in a game. Just like to qualify that, things I'd never thought I'd hear in a Star Wars game.
Just ever.
I rip my tits off and take my blaster out.
No, my light whip and my blaster.
Are we really
Okay.
engaging
In that
walkies?
order.
So everyone gets a card, including the Wookiees. And initiative will go from highest to lowest. Cards that are equal will go by reverse alphabetical order in the suits. Jokers give a +2 to all actions for that person during that round. The only thing is, jokers are then shuffled back into the deck. So, Becky. Jason. Giorgio. Phil. Oh, interesting. First act is Jason.
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay, so now that shit has hit the proverbial fan over there, I am going to move round the bar, whatever, around the side. See if there's any kind of window to a toilet, latrine, anything like that. So I can just sort of slip in. Investigation roll. And pretend that I've, been in there all this time. Investigation. I don't have no investigation.
Yeah, I did explain last week the difference between passive and active looking.
I know, but it's still what he would do. That is a 3.
Okay, unless you're spending a penny, you have not seen. I mean, there's a lot of windows there. That some of them might be to a latrine. Some of them might be to the staff quarters, for all you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a penny with that now.
So
maybe they're just like really small, so it's not like I can really get in anyway.
The next to act are the Wookiees, and they will take their action to draw their weapons. So that is their action done. Next action is Jojo.
Yeah, I'm also extracting my weapon from my abdomen compartment.
Oh, should I say? Sorry, I've got these in wrong order. Phil, should I say?
Okay, I'll just try and get between the Wookiees, and I'll just say, look, sorry, this has got a little bit out of hand. Perhaps we should everybody calm down here. There's no need for this to go.
Yes, guess which words I'm going to say next.
No.
Give me a roll.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Thank God for the wild die.
The Wookiees sort of kind of look at you and sort of go, okay. They're lowering their weapons. They've not taken their fingers off the triggers just yet, but they are lowering the weapons. Now it's Jojo.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm taking out my blaster.
Oh, that's your action. And Becky.
I cannot permit you to harm my biologicals. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
I'm her biological.
And that's where the campaign ends before starting.
Just for the benefit of the audience, I had envisioned this to be about 5, 6, maybe 7 sessions.
I told you this in message. My program.
Yes. However,
I could always roll a new character after I die.
Make a fighting roll.
9.
Oh, right. I need to go looking for.
Turns out D20s are used in the system, but only for Wookiees in fighting.
Yeah.
I should look at my weapon stats, actually, shouldn't I? So, And also, I can do this from reach too, so I can do it from behind Rick's, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Seeing as he's there trying to talk to them.
Just give me a moment. I wasn't expecting you to have a go at a Wookiee.
Neither was I. Technically, the Wookiee attacked first.
But did they shoot first?
No one shot anything first.
Technically, nobody's shot yet.
I know, but it's the saying. But we don't have any Rhodians or Han Solos here. I realise that, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to call that a hit. Roll damage, please. It's not a hit with a raise, thank fuck, but it's a hit.
11.
Oh, crikey, yeah. He felt that. He immediately steps back.
Will that not harm my biologicals?
Okay, so... Here's the other quirk of the system, Giorgio. Those cards do not go back in until a Joker comes out. So I could go for an awful lot of this deck. Oh dear. That's yours, Becky. Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades. Queen of Hearts for you, Jason. 9 of Hearts for you, Giorgio. King of Hearts for you, Phil. Okay. First to react is Phil.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to try and make my case even more, and sort of like just put my hands up even further to try and block. No, this need get out of hand. We're just here to pay a bit of cards. I say that my friend here is the best card player this side of the core, and we're just here to have a drink, wind down. There's no need for any of this.
Yeah, I'm going to make you. Yeah, I'm just going to up the ante here. You're on a -2 for this.
Oh, I thought it was -2 anyway.
Yeah, you're another -2 because one of your associates just whipped one of them.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
She's just
that's 8, 9. Anyway,
just
that's a 6 and a 3. Would have been an 11, but.
Hold on. What did you roll the 6 on?
A wild.
Right, so you rolled 6 on a d6?
Yes.
Right, you roll it again, add it on.
Again.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did. I got a 5, but -2 is a 9.
Oh. Yeah, they're starting to sort of calm. There's a lot of people coming around now. And you can see someone's actually saying, hey, we got some trouble here. And you can see local law enforcement, the guys in the white armor.
Oh, okay. We better get out of here then.
So, yeah. Next up, Becky.
I'll hold my action until after the Wookiees. Or one Wookiee. If I can. Can you do that in this system? Hold your action?
They say technically unless it's technically not unless it's a joker, but I tend to throw that rule away because
Okay.
you know I'm a nice lenient GM.
Because it's kind of down to whether they are okay with what Phil's doing or not.
Yeah. And next up is Jason.
Yes, I'm just thinking. Yes. The problem is, I have an idea, but it also might just get me back to square one, which I obviously don't want. However, this might be a perfect opportunity to put on my Uglith Mascare, or however the fuck you say it, which disguises me as a human.
Okay.
Which means they're not going to come running after me, and I can just potentially saunter in as somebody else.
Okay. So yeah, that's your action. The Wookiees, they're not entirely happy with the whip, and certainly I don't see them allowing Datty in, but they have lowered their weapon. They seem to accept Rix, your whole thing that it was all a misunderstanding with Daxir in the first place. And they're at least open to listening to you.
Oh, maybe I could buy you a drink and we can forget all about it.
And Giorgio.
I do believe there was Becky first, which postponed her action to see the Walkie's reaction.
Yes, you're right.
To put the weapons down and they're not harming Rix, then I'm going to put my weapons back in my tits and close the compartment.
Just had to get that off your chest. Right. Giorgio.
Yeah, I'm lowering the blaster, but keeping it on my side rather than putting it back at in the abdomen compartment.
Okay. You do, however, notice now that tensions have kind of calmed down, you do notice that someone has signaled to a small patrol of stormtroopers that there's trouble going on outside the club. You can see it's just 4 of them, but still.
Are they letting us in
no.
or not? Still not letting us in.
They're not letting Datty in. They're prepared to they're prepared to talk to the manager.
He will let me in.
But you've all to remain out here until.
Oh. How far away are the troopers?
They're going to be there in a couple of minutes.
Well,
the manager will let me in because we have a lemon drizzle for him.
Well, Rix and I can go in and speak to the manager, and Daxir can stay out with Dati so that if the stormtrooper approach, they won't take her in for being a maniac.
They won't.
Unless, if that works for every one of you.
He.
Oh, yeah, we need to get this part of the mission solved. So why don't we go inside and perhaps Dax and Datya go back to maybe the ship or neck a bar along or something and just avoid the troopers for 5 minutes.
Death stick.
Do you look like Daxia at the moment, or do you look like a human?
Well, I suppose it depends if I've kind of gauged if things were sort of calming down a bit, or if I was sort of too far away too. So
Because if
that
you
will
look
definitely
like
change how I
Daxia
act,
and you've got death sticks, I'm going to have to protect you from yourself, you see.
In that case, I do not smoke a death stick in front of you.
We don't know that yet, but I mean, yeah.
You don't want to smoke any death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Not quite.
Of all the scenes in all the of the prequels, that is the funniest single moment in that entire.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from power, unlimited power,
Mm-hmm.
which is just the greatest moment of pantomime ever put to film.
Mm-hmm.
But the bit where the guy says death sticks, you don't want to sell me death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life. It's just that's comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, Rick's the Wookiees are saying that you and the droid can go in. You can make your case to the manager if you so wish. Have yourself a drink at the bar. The manager will get to you at some point. If you manage to talk to the manager and the manager accepts it, then obviously your other companions can go in. But they're not keen on Daxia going in just yet. And they're certainly not keen on Miss Whiplash.
Perhaps you could find a droid lock somewhere and stand on the corner and blend in for
Half expecting you to have the whole Austin Powers thing of fucking guns coming out your nipples. Like a Dalek, but weird.
It's just a panel that comes down.
Yes, I am aware I'm tempting fate by saying that, yes.
G.I. Joe literally has the same compartment, so
Yes, but to be fair, at least they knew Joe was a droid. Up until then, they thought they had a slightly eccentric woman until you ripped your tits off. Which could have added to the eccentricity, but
cybernetics are common.
Okay. Anyway. You go into the main nightclub. It's quite busy. It's strange. It's obviously loud, but it's not too loud. It's quite easy to get to the bar. You can see the barman there. What will you have? Oh no, go all night. What do you want?
Well, we've had a little bit of a problem outside, but we'd like to buy you a lemon swizzler, a courtesy of a Callan Tyson.
Right. Kind of toss. Right. Well, I'll pass that on. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
have a chat about the.
Well, hold on. I'll send a drink up to the manager. He'll come and get you. About 5 minutes later, a young gentleman comes down and says, "If you'd like to come, the manager would like to speak to you."
Oh, hello. Are you the manager?
I'm his secretary. Come on up.
Oh, we'd like to see the manager if we possibly can.
Yeah, but I'm taking you up to meet him. Don't worry. Come on.
Okay, we'll go up. There's no noise or any, no.
It's
project.
there's a soundproofing the moment you go through the door.
Okay.
You head up the stairs. It's a very plush apartment. You see a tall man, well dressed, with finery, long robe. Oh, hello. Oh, do come in. Come in. It's lovely to see you. Lemon
Hello.
Swizzlers. Oh, come on, Jane. I
Yes,
do
we've been informed it's a favourite of yours. My name's Rix. This is G103. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
J03.
Yes. Oh, you're a military droid. Oh, we don't get many in here. Well, you can see him looking over to a set of monitors. Oh, he is here tonight. Oh, well. One bridge over.
Before we get to the business matters, we have to inform you that a couple of acquaintances of ours have been left outside by your guards.
Yes, I do believe there was a small altercation.
There was a misunderstanding, I'm afraid.
Yes, yes, it's slightly my fault. I wasn't expecting the usual visitations for at least another week. So I wasn't ready with invitations or making it a non-invitational night. I'm sorry about that. However, he has rather harmed one of my bouncers. I mean, Dark Fur is a good man. You know, he's lovely, really. Wife is lovely too. But yes, we'll get them both. We'll bring them both up. Yes. See to it, Jeremiah.
Thank you for your understanding.
Oh, it's nothing. You know, I'm sure your paymasters will sort out any medical bills for the Dark Fur. I mean, he's suffered a bit of a shock.
I think that is the point of the wit, actually, to be fair. But no, I mean, very kind of him. We'll send a couple of drinks down to him if that's allowed, and make up with them, obviously.
Well,
you don't go on a Wookiee, do you?
We'll get them at the end of the evening, I'm sure. Yes, lovely. So come, sit down. We'll just wait for your companions to arrive. Drinks, anyone? I'm having a lemon Swizzler. Anything you would like?
Yeah, I'll go for a lemon Swizzler.
Oh, wonderful. We do have some luxurious oils.
If I can be so blunt, I would enjoy one glass of oil.
Ah. You see, a lot of the bars and cantinas and so on don't cater to the droid, but I say good business is where you find it, and I tend to find the droids pay on time, and it's rather nice of them. So yes, we do keep certain oils and so on. Oh, here are your companions. They're wonderful. Yes, you guys have both been brought in. Um, all smiles from Jeremiah, all very nice and bringing you in.
We
Yes,
smoothed
Since
it.
you're asking, I'll have a spotchka.
yes, you were very, very close to getting an imperial bruise up, from what I can imagine. Um,
Oh, they can rent the back to tank out for an hour or two. Calm down.
We've managed to smooth over any misunderstandings. So
you would be the lady with the whip.
She's very protective of me.
They were harming my biologicals. I
Well,
had to protect them.
that's very commendable. That's very, very commendable. I appreciate that. It's very it's nice to know that you value loyalty so much. Now, please have a seat,
Loyalty is an
everyone.
admirable trait not found on many planets.
Well, it's certainly found here.
So hopefully we haven't missed the important bit, aka what you have to tell us.
no, we've not started without you.
Oh, how very kind of you. Thank you so much.
Well, your command seemed to be under the impression that we might be the victims of this pirate, this Annihilator ship. Um,
You really don't look it, do you?
well, we're all very happy here and all the rest of it, but you see, we're such a happy-go-lucky place. We're not seen as a particularly I mean, I suppose we could be seen as a rich target, but we're certainly not seen as a militarily one. So an attack on this planet would certainly change perceptions if it is believed to have been attacked by members of the rebellion and the Imperial Navy and the local forces deal with the issue, then it would certainly sway sympathies back towards the Imperials, which they may be considered oppressive, but have our best interests at heart. At a codswallop, of course, but it's certainly the impression they intend to give, from what I can gather. However, of all the movers and shakers, the local governor here is a former imperial officer. He still has his. We're convinced that he still works for the empire in a more clandestine capacity. His name is Tyson Cale. He's a bit of a pencil pusher, if you ask me, but he's one of those people who know how to look at books. Everyone's had to be very, very. We've had to be very, very wary and secretive about our payments now. Used to be we could pay without anyone looking at the books. Now the Navy are constantly on us for reviews. Almost every fortnight we have someone coming to check our ledgers.
Terrible.
Well, it is terrible. You do understand that the monies and other services that I provide has to be accounted for somewhere.
I provide services for money too.
Yes, and I know a great many people who would enjoy those services, particularly the one with the whip. But
I was being genuine, by the way.
Kale does seem that he seems to be quite happy with the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and everyone being quite happy with that. Unfortunately, what it does mean is that crime has become quite rampant in this city. We are expecting. There are talk of an actual full imperial garrison being placed here, which we would not like. At the moment, we have a small outpost. That's the way I like it. Small police force, limited manpower. A full garrison would not be of help to you at all. Because all the services that I'm able to provide so far, I would not be able to do at all. There are a few members of various criminal fraternities, but they're all pretty much under the thumb of one now. A syndicate known as the League of Malice. It's run by, well, someone who's in this bar tonight. An assassin droid by the name of IG-92. Rather ruthless individual. He's a means justifies the end sort of a person. Doesn't care how it gets done as long as it gets done. You can see the young lady there sitting beside him. That is Caitlin Jens. That's his bodyguard. And yes,
An assassin droid needing a bodyguard.
an assassin. Yes, more importantly, you can imagine how good she is, given that she is setting herself out as a bodyguard. We believe she's a former Imperial officer.
Well, that's not a good assassin droid if he needs a bodyguard.
Only takes one lucky shot.
If she's ex-Empire, though, she could be a link back.
Indeed, that does seem probable. 86.27%, in fact.
I would say if you want to attempt to worm your way in to the underworld in the city, they would be your place to start.
But if she is an informant for the Empire, we need to put her out of the picture first.
Good luck with that. I will provide. I'll provide anything, any services you require out here, but I will have to be cautious.
Understandable.
Now, I will say I have provided you with lodgings at a nearby hotel. I will let you out the back way simply because, and he points at the monitor and shows that the four stormtroopers are now in the nightclub, and they seem to be on a search pattern.
How cool is that?
They've got time on their hands, it seems.
possibly an attempt at a shakedown of me, but let's just say after your wonderful performance outside my club, it may be yourselves they're looking for.
Yes, well, I just got the colour of the tie wrong.
Please ask your Wookiees not to throw my biologicals.
I will bear that in mind. Now, if you do excuse me, I must run some sort of interference so that you aren't dealing with stormtroopers running away. You will find the hotel, the Phoenix, 2 blocks down.
I will not allow the stormtroopers to harm my biologicals.
Yes, and if your attempts at not allowing them to harm is anything like you did outside,
Correct.
you're going to blow your cover before you even start. Now, please leave by the back door. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your help.
And
Yes,
as
thank
you
you.
leave,
Thank you for the spotchka.
we will close tonight's session there, mostly because I have literally gotten to the end of what I wrote. So, thanks, guys, for the first session.
Thank you, mate.
Hello.
And we will be back again. I think it's going to be a couple of weeks before we're back, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm on holiday. I'm sorry.
So we will be back in
Of course,
3
it's a
weeks.
role-playing game. There's bound to be scheduling conflicts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially in August.
But anyway, I hope anyone who watched enjoyed. Thanks everyone for playing, and we'll be back soon with another session.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Night night.
Oh, I have to click the button, don't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've been like ill for ages.